Banished by the galaxy, Earth built a hidden empire no one saw coming. Humans were there too, small and tense. Alex Carter, a young diplomat from New York, stood beside Lisa Morgan, the chief advisor. They both knew the eyes of the galaxy were on them. "Earth is too dangerous," said a voice from the council. It was a tall alien with gray skin and many eyes. "You humans have grown fast, and your wars show you cannot be trusted. We vote to exile your planet from all council space and networks. You will no longer travel freely, trade, or speak in our assemblies." There was silence. Alex felt a chill run through him. The council expected humans to beg or protest. But Lisa stood straight and spoke softly to him. "Don't show fear, we have time." Alex nodded. He could feel anger rising in some humans. Some wanted to shout, some wanted to storm out. But he remembered what his father had told him when he was a boy. Sometimes the best answer is patience. The council continued. "Any attempt to bypass our blockades will be considered an act of war. Your fleets are too weak to survive outside your solar system. You will collapse without our guidance." Many humans bowed their heads. They felt small, powerless. Yet Alex looked around and saw something different. He saw determination in the eyes of scientists, engineers, and leaders who had worked for decades to protect Earth. Exile would not destroy them. After the council left, the humans returned to their ships. The air in New York was tense. Streets were crowded with people watching the sky, hoping for signs of their fleet. Alex and Lisa walked silently through the city. They passed children playing under old skyscrapers, unaware that their world had been sentenced. "Do you think we can survive this?" Alex asked, his voice low. "We have no choice," Lisa replied. "We survive because we must. They think they have ended us, but we will find our way in silence." On the other side of the planet, scientists were already working. Kevin Brooks, a quiet man who rarely spoke in public, moved among computers and screens in a hidden lab under Mount Rainier. Nina Parker, an engineer with sharp eyes, checked designs for new ships. They did not speak of revenge. They spoke of survival, learning, and preparation. "We must work fast," Nina said. "The galaxy believes we are weak. If we stay silent, they will not notice what we build." Kevin nodded. He had spent years designing ships that could hide from alien sensors. Now, with the council's exile, their work became urgent. Every tunnel, every underground hangar, every sensor-shielded laboratory became a hive of secret activity. Above Earth, the council fleets began their blockade. Massive alien ships floated near Mars and Jupiter, monitoring human movements. Humans were not allowed to leave. Earth's skies were crowded with alien patrols. Many people looked up with fear. They whispered to each other, wondering if humanity could last. Yet secretly, Alex, Lisa, Kevin, and Nina knew something the council did not. Humans were not easy to destroy. Centuries of surviving on a difficult planet had made them clever, adaptable, and strong. Exile was not the end, it was the beginning. In New York, Alex met with other leaders. Among them was Emma Wilson, a former Space Fleet commander, and Jason Hill, who had studied alien technology for years. Together, they planned quietly. No broadcasts, no signals to the council. Only careful meetings in hidden rooms and secure communication channels. "We cannot fight them now," Emma said. "Our fleets are small, our weapons are weak, but we can prepare for the future. One day they will see the mistake they made." Jason nodded. "We build quietly, settle quietly. When they think we are gone, we will already be strong." People outside continued their lives, unaware of the secret planning. Schools, factories, and cities functioned as usual. The council expected humans to panic, to fight, or to surrender. Instead, they built, learned, and waited. Under Mount Rainier, the labs grew. Machines whirred, metal was shaped, and new ships were constructed. These were not ordinary ships. They were faster, stronger, and invisible to most sensors. Kevin and Nina worked day and night. They slept little and spoke rarely, but their eyes shone with purpose. In the cities, Alex and Lisa organized supply chains. Food, energy, and materials were quietly moved to secret storage. People volunteered, knowing nothing of the council's punishment. They thought it was charity, but it was preparation. Humanity was learning patience, endurance, and secrecy. Years passed. The council slowly stopped paying attention. Humans had not rebelled, had not sent distress signals, had not tried to fight. Alien nations whispered that Earth had collapsed, that humans could not survive alone. They celebrated quietly. But on Earth, life continued. Children were born, schools taught knowledge of both human and alien sciences. and engineers quietly developed machines that could travel far beyond the solar system. Emma and Jason oversaw fleet construction, teaching young humans to pilot and fight, but only as preparation. They were not yet ready to challenge the galaxy. Alex visited one of the secret launch facilities hidden near the asteroid belt. Huge ships stood silent, waiting, crews trained quietly inside. He felt a strange pride. Humanity was small now, but it was becoming something that the galaxy would never expect. "One day," he said softly to Lisa, "they will look at us and wonder how we survived." "They will," Lisa replied, "but not yet. We wait, we learn, we grow." The council never suspected. They believed humans were trapped, weak, and silent. Yet with each passing year, humans moved further from sight. Colonies were planned on moons and asteroids, and old ships were refurbished into new fleets. Scientists discovered new energy sources, engineers created cloaking devices, and strategists studied every alien fleet they could observe. Even ordinary people were part of the secret growth. Farmers learned to grow new crops in hidden domes. Miners secretly extracted rare metals from deep in the earth, and teachers educated children in mathematics, physics, and history without revealing their final purpose. Every small action contributed to the hidden empire that would one day rise. Alex often walked among the ordinary people, pretending to be a normal citizen. He visited markets, parks, and schools. He spoke to children about stars and planets, telling stories of alien worlds without giving away the secret. He believed that the hope of humanity lay in every person, not just the scientists or leaders. "We are like seeds," he said to Lisa one night while watching the stars. "Planted in exile but strong, one day we will grow into something they cannot ignore," Lisa smiled. "And when that day comes, Alex, we will not fight for revenge. We will fight for survival, freedom, and respect." The years stretched on. Humans adapted to the blockades, finding ways to travel safely within their solar system. Ships moved silently between secret docks. Engineers built new materials that could survive extreme heat and cold. Children learned languages and sciences, preparing for a future they could not yet imagine. The Council thought Earth was finished. Alien spies reported that humans were struggling. They reported famine, confusion, and fear. None of it was true. Humanity was learning, building, and preparing quietly. They were growing stronger while the galaxy slept. Alex watched a young pilot named Ryan Cole practice in a small simulator. Ryan's hands moved confidently, his eyes sharp and focused. Alex knew that this generation would not accept exile as an end. They would carry the secret knowledge, the hidden skills, and the silent strength that humans had built over decades. "Soon," Alex whispered, "the galaxy will see us again. But this time we will stand taller than they ever imagined." Lisa joined him, looking up at the stars. "And they will remember why they tried to banish us." Under the surface, humanity moved forward. Ships were tested in secret, colonies began on hidden asteroids, and fleets were trained to be fast, smart, and silent. Scientists discovered new forms of energy, engineers created weapons that could protect without drawing attention, and leaders like Alex and Lisa guided a generation that would inherit the hidden empire. The Council would not know what was coming. They believed humans were weak. They believed humans were trapped on Earth. They had no idea that every exile, every restriction, every blockade had only made humans stronger. And so, on a quiet night, Alex stood on a cliff overlooking the ocean. The stars above seemed endless. He felt the weight of the future and the hope of 1,000 generations. Humanity was small, but it was alive, clever, and patient. The galaxy had banished them, but they had learned the greatest secret of all. Survival, when done in silence, could become power beyond imagination. As he watched the stars, Alex smiled. The Council thought they had ended humanity. Instead, they had begun a story that no one would see coming. Years passed, and the galaxy slowly forgot about Earth. The Council believed humans had fallen into chaos. Alien fleets patrolled the outer planets, but they rarely saw human ships. The blockades were kept mostly out of habit, like a watchful guard who expected nothing to happen. Yet beneath the surface, humanity was far from idle. Alex Carter walked through a hidden city under the surface of Mars. The tunnels were quiet, clean, and full of light. Humans lived here in secret, working, learning, and growing. The Council thought these colonies were abandoned or failed, but they were alive, thriving, and prepared. Alex had a meeting with Lisa Morgan and several leaders in a secure room beneath the city. Our fleets are almost ready, Emma Wilson said, spreading a map across the table. Ships are faster than anything the Council has. Weapons are powerful but designed to defend first. We are not ready to fight, but we are ready to survive. Jason Hill pointed to a series of hidden routes across the solar system. These paths allow us to move quietly between colonies without being seen. Even if a patrol is nearby, we can avoid detection. We are learning the art of being invisible. Outside, children played in the artificial sunlight that filled the domed city. They were taught mathematics, history, and science. They learned about alien civilizations and their mistakes, but most importantly, they learned about humans, their resilience, creativity, and courage. Even at a young age, they were taught to think carefully, plan ahead, and value patience. Kevin Brooks and Nina Parker were deep in a lab beneath Pluto. The cold darkness outside did not matter. Inside, machines hummed and sparkled as they built ships, test weapons, and ran simulations. Every design was double-checked, every system perfected. They were creating the tools for a hidden empire, a force that the galaxy would never see until it was too late. "We have to be careful," Nina said, her eyes scanning the screens. "Any mistake could reveal us. The Council believes we are weak." "They cannot know how strong we are becoming," Kevin nodded. "They will never suspect. Humans are patient. We wait, we grow, and one day we will show them our strength." On Earth, Alex met with ordinary citizens in secret councils. Farmers, engineers, teachers, and miners were part of a silent network. Every person had a role, every action contributed to the future. Supplies were moved quietly, resources gathered, and knowledge passed on. No one outside suspected that humanity was building a hidden empire. "Every small action matters," Alex told a group of young adults. "What you do today may save millions tomorrow. We are quiet now, but one day we will not be ignored." Even ordinary jobs had secret purposes. Miners extracted rare metals for ship construction. Farmers grew special crops to support colonies. Teachers educated children not just in knowledge, but in strategy, problem-solving, and thinking ahead. Humanity was learning the skills it would need to survive and thrive beyond the solar system. Emma Wilson trained a new generation of pilots. Ryan Cole, a bright and quick learner, became one of her best students. He spent long hours in simulators, practicing maneuvers that no human had ever attempted. Emma watched him carefully. "You are learning more than flying," she told him. "You are learning patience, observation, and timing. These are more important than speed or weapons." Jason Hill worked with engineers on weapons that were not only powerful but smart. They could protect ships without drawing attention. They could hide energy signals, move silently, and strike only when necessary. Jason reminded his team every day, "We are building for survival, not for war. Never forget that." Alex and Lisa often walked through the hidden cities at night, looking at the stars above. The Council believed humans were trapped, powerless, and broken. Yet Alex knew that patience was a weapon more powerful than fleets or lasers. Every year humans grew stronger, every generation learned more, every plan became closer to completion. "They will never expect this," Alex said one night. "The galaxy thinks we are weak, but we are patient. They believe our exile is our end. They are wrong." Lisa smiled. "We are like a river carving a canyon. Slowly, quietly, we move forward. When the time comes, they will see the power we have created in silence." Under Pluto, scientists continued experiments with energy sources unknown to the galaxy. They tested new propulsion systems, cloaking devices, and communication networks. Every experiment, every test, every calculation was carefully documented and hidden. The galaxy would not know the results until humans chose to reveal them. Kevin Brooks checked a test flight on a small ship. It moved faster than the eye could follow, hidden behind layers of shields. "It works," he whispered. "They will not see this coming." Nina Parker smiled. "And when the time comes, they will wonder how we survived all these years without a sound." While humans worked, the galaxy continued its wars. Alien nations fought each other over resources, trade, and territory. The Council struggled to maintain control. They sent scouts in all directions, hoping for allies or spies. None suspected that the humans they had exiled were building a hidden empire, ready to emerge at the perfect moment. On Mars, Alex met with leaders from several colonies. Each colony was small, quiet, and self-sufficient. They had learned to live without the Council, to survive without alien help. Now they were ready to support each other, to share knowledge, resources, and skills. "We are ready," Alex told them. "Not for war yet, but for survival. One day our fleets will travel beyond the solar system. One day the galaxy will see that Earth has not been broken. It has grown." Everywhere, humans prepared. Teachers trained children to solve complex problems. Engineers created machines that could survive in the vacuum of space. Doctors trained to care for distant colonies. Farmers learned to grow food in any condition. Every action built a hidden network of survival. In one of the hidden cities, Ryan Cole completed a test flight in a new ship. It moved silently, unseen by any alien patrol. He returned to Emma, smiling. "They would never see this," he said. "Exactly," Emma replied. "We move in silence. That is our greatest weapon." Alex and Lisa continued to guide humanity quietly. They knew that the Council believed they were powerless. They knew the galaxy thought humans were trapped on Earth. Yet in secret, humans were growing stronger every day. Fleets were built, colonies were hidden, and the knowledge of centuries was preserved and shared. "One day," Alex said to Lisa, "they will realize their mistake. Our exile was never a punishment. It was a chance to grow in peace without interference." Lisa nodded. "And when that day comes, Alex, we will be ready. Not for revenge, but for survival and respect. The galaxy will see that humans cannot be ignored." As years turned into decades, humanity moved quietly through the solar system. Ships traveled along hidden paths, colonies grew stronger, and fleets trained for the day when the galaxy would finally notice. Children grew into adults with knowledge and skills far beyond what the Council had expected. Every generation added to the hidden empire, preparing for a time when patience would turn into power. Kevin Brooks and Nina Parker tested a new type of energy shield. It could hide entire ships from any sensor. They smiled at the results. "We are ready," Nina said softly. "We are ready for anything." On Earth, Alex and Lisa watched young leaders like Ryan Cole and others train, learning the skills of command, strategy, and leadership. Every move was carefully planned, every lesson designed to prepare humans for a future that the galaxy would never see coming. "We are no longer small," Alex whispered. "We are patient, clever, and strong. The galaxy has forgotten us, but we will not forget ourselves." And so humanity grew quietly, out of sight and beyond suspicion. The Council believed they had succeeded in exiling Earth, but humans had learned the greatest lesson of all. Exile could be a shield, silence could be a weapon, and patience could be stronger than fleets. Decades passed. The galaxy continued to fight, to trade, and to expand. The Council still believed humans were trapped, weak, and powerless. Yet below the surface, humanity built a hidden empire, ready to emerge when the time was right. Every ship, every colony, every lesson learned was a step toward a future no one would see coming. Alex stood on a balcony above a hidden city on Mars, looking at the stars. He felt the weight of generations, of knowledge, of secret strength. Humanity was no longer just surviving, it was preparing to rise. "One day," he said softly, "the galaxy will see Earth again, but it will not be the same Earth they left behind. It will be an empire hidden in plain sight, strong, patient, and ready." Lisa joined him, smiling. "And when that day comes, Alex, we will stand tall, not as exiles, but as humans who never gave up, never surrendered, and never forgot how to survive." And so, humanity continued its quiet work, moving forward in patience and secrecy, growing stronger with each passing year. The galaxy slept, believing Earth was broken, while humans prepared a future that no one would ever see coming. Decades had passed since the Council had exiled Earth, and humanity had grown quietly, hidden from the eyes of the galaxy. Under the surface of Mars, beneath the frozen plains of Pluto, and in secret stations beyond Neptune, humans worked tirelessly. Alex Carter walked through one of the newest hidden cities, amazed at how far humanity had come. Ships were no longer just tools of survival. They were works of art, powerful, fast, and nearly invisible. Emma Wilson led a squad of young pilots through a series of test flights in a simulation room. Ryan Cole and other trainees practiced maneuvers that no alien fleet had ever seen. Every pilot learned patience, observation, and timing. Even the smallest mistake could reveal them, and they trained to avoid detection at all costs. "Remember," Emma said, "speed alone will not save you. Your mind, your judgment, and your calm will. The galaxy believes we are gone. We will make them believe that for a long time." Jason Hill worked alongside Nina Parker and Kevin Brooks on new ships. These vessels could travel farther than any human ship before, capable of leaving the solar system quietly and returning without alerting alien sensors. Their engines used energy the galaxy had never seen, allowing near-instantaneous travel between hidden colonies. "We are no longer trapped," Jason said, inspecting a freshly built ship. "We can move anywhere we want without them knowing. The Council thinks we are small. They will be surprised." Alex called a meeting with leaders from the hidden colonies. Each colony had grown self-sufficient, with farms, factories, and schools. Engineers, doctors, and teachers were all preparing the next generation. The Council believed humanity was struggling. In truth, humans were thriving. "We are ready to expand beyond the solar system," Alex said. "We will not attack anyone. We will move quietly unseen. But we will begin our hidden empire. We will build colonies in secret, learning more about the galaxy and our own strength." Lisa Morgan added, "The galaxy does not expect patience. They think humans are impatient, reckless. That is why we will succeed quietly. No one will notice us until we are strong." Humans began using uncharted paths and small wormholes to reach distant star systems. These routes had been studied for decades, mapped in secret by engineers like Jason Hill. They avoided known trade lanes and patrol routes. Every journey was calculated to avoid detection. Colonies were established on planets with harsh conditions, moons without atmospheres, and asteroids far from the eyes of the Council. Each settlement was small at first, with only a few families, but they grew quickly. Children learned to survive in difficult conditions. Scientists studied alien plants and minerals, and engineers built advanced machines using limited resources. Kevin Brooks oversaw the construction of a new fleet in a hidden station beyond Pluto. Ships were built to last, fast and durable, equipped with shields that could hide them from alien sensors. Each ship was tested in secret, and every crew was trained for survival and stealth. "They will never see this coming," Kevin said, watching the newest vessel float silently in a hidden bay. Nina Parker nodded. "The Council believes we are weak. Every year we grow stronger, faster, and smarter. Our exile has become our advantage." On Earth, Alex visited schools and factories in secret, seeing the progress of ordinary humans. Miners extracted rare metals quietly, farmers developed new crops for colonies, and teachers educated children in science, strategy, and survival. Every action contributed to the hidden empire. "We are like roots growing underground," Alex told Lisa one evening while looking at the stars. "They cannot see us, but we are spreading, connecting, and growing stronger with every year." Lisa smiled. "And when the time comes, Alex, we will rise quietly, not to conquer, but to protect and survive. The galaxy will not expect the force we have built." In one of the hidden colonies, Ryan Cole led a group of pilots through a live exercise. Ships moved along distant asteroid belts, avoiding sensors and testing cloaking technology. Every pilot learned to trust their instincts, make quick decisions, and remain calm under pressure. They were learning skills that no alien fleet could imagine. "We are no longer small," Ryan said after the exercise. "We are prepared, patient, and ready to move anywhere." Jason Hill and Nina Parker tested a new type of energy shield. It could hide an entire fleet from detection. The Council believed humans were trapped, but these shields made every ship nearly invisible. Engineers continued improving technology quietly, never broadcasting their successes. Alex and Lisa organized the hidden colonies into a network. Each colony shared information through encrypted channels, using ships that moved silently between worlds. Knowledge, resources, and personnel were shared carefully. Humanity was learning the power of unity, patience, and secrecy. "Every colony, every ship, every person has a role," Alex said in a secret meeting. "We are building a hidden empire. One day the galaxy will see us and they will be surprised." As humans expanded, they also learned from the galaxy. Scouts observed distant alien wars and trade routes without interfering. Humans learned strategies, technologies, and weaknesses. All of this knowledge was stored quietly in hidden archives, ready for the day it would be needed. Even ordinary people were trained in subtle ways. Farmers learned efficiency and logistics. Doctors learned to adapt to extreme conditions. Teachers trained children to solve problems creatively. Every skill contributed to the future of the hidden empire. Emma Wilson continued training pilots, now moving beyond simulations into live space exercises. Ryan Cole and others flew in remote systems, practicing stealth maneuvers, reconnaissance, and defense. Every flight, every exercise prepared them for the future without alerting the Council. "We are like shadows moving through space," Emma said. "They will not see us until we are ready." On Mars, Alex met with leaders of distant colonies. Each colony was small but strong, self-reliant, and loyal to Earth. Ships carried supplies, equipment, and knowledge between worlds quietly. Every journey was carefully planned. Every colony learned to survive without outside help. "We are not growing for war," Alex told them. "We are growing to survive, to be prepared, and to protect ourselves. The galaxy will not expect the empire we are building." Decades turned into generations. Humans moved farther into space, building colonies on distant planets, moons, and asteroids. Every colony learned to live in isolation, adapt to harsh conditions, and maintain secrecy. Humans were patient, clever, and strong. The Council believed they were trapped, weak, and silent. In truth, humans were becoming a force no one would suspect. Kevin Brooks and Nina Parker tested a fleet capable of traveling beyond the galaxy if necessary. Engines used energy sources unknown to the Council. Ships moved silently, and crews were trained to be self-sufficient. Every test made the hidden empire stronger. Alex and Lisa watched young leaders like Ryan Cole rise to positions of responsibility. They trained in strategy, leadership, and decision-making. Every lesson, every drill, every mission prepared the next generation to inherit the hidden empire and maintain humanity's secret power. "We are patient," Alex said to Lisa one night. "We do not rush, we do not fight yet. We wait, we grow, and one day the galaxy will notice." Lisa nodded. "And when they do, Alex, they will see that exile did not weaken us. It made us stronger, smarter, and ready." Humans moved quietly through the galaxy. Colonies communicated through hidden networks. Fleets trained in remote systems. Scientists, engineers, and teachers worked tirelessly. Every action built the strength, knowledge, and skills of humanity. No one outside suspected that a hidden empire was rising quietly, patiently, and powerfully. "We are like seeds planted in darkness," Alex whispered to Lisa, watching the stars from a hidden station beyond Neptune. "They will not see us until we bloom," Lisa smiled. "And when we bloom, Alex, the galaxy will have to acknowledge us. Not as exiles, but as humans who survived, adapted, and built an empire no one saw coming." And so, humanity continued its quiet expansion. The Council slept, believing Earth was broken, while humans moved farther into space, stronger and smarter. Ships traveled unseen, colonies thrived in secret, and the skills of generations were preserved and strengthened. The hidden empire grew quietly, preparing for the day when patience would turn into power, and the galaxy would finally notice the humans they had once exiled. The galaxy was in chaos. Alien nations had been fighting each other for decades over trade routes, resources, and territory. Fleets clashed near distant stars, and the Council struggled to maintain control. Every world was busy with its own problems. The exiled humans were forgotten, believed to be trapped, weak, and silent. But in the shadows of the solar system, humanity had been preparing for this moment. Alex Carter stood on the bridge of a massive human ship, the command deck alive with lights, screens, and the hum of energy engines. Lisa Morgan was beside him, watching as fleet movements were simulated across distant systems. Every ship, every pilot, every colony was ready. Decades of patience had prepared humanity for this day. Emma Wilson oversaw a squadron of pilots practicing stealth maneuvers through asteroid belts. Ryan Cole led the exercise, his hands steady on the controls, his eyes sharp. Every ship moved in perfect synchronization, invisible to the sensors of alien patrols. The fleet had grown far beyond what the Council could imagine. "They think we are weak," Emma said quietly, "but they have no idea." Jason Hill and Nina Parker monitored the energy shields of the fleet. Every ship was cloaked, every signal hidden, and every weapon system ready for defense. The Council had assumed humans were trapped in the solar system, but these ships could travel across galaxies if necessary. The hidden empire was no longer small. It was vast, advanced, and almost untouchable. Kevin Brooks adjusted calculations for fleet routes. "The galaxy is fighting itself," he said. "They are vulnerable. If we move now, we can save billions and show them our strength without losing a single human life." Alex called a meeting with leaders from all the colonies. Each colony had grown self-sufficient, strong, and loyal. Together, they had formed a silent network of communication, trade, and knowledge sharing. Now, the Council and the galaxy would finally see the results of decades of patience. "We do not attack for revenge," Alex said, his voice calm but firm. "We move to protect, to stabilize, and to show that humanity cannot be ignored. The galaxy thinks we are gone, but we are here, and we are ready." Lisa Morgan added, "Our fleets are faster, smarter, and stronger than anything they know. Our colonies are advanced, self-sufficient, and loyal. Every action we take will be precise, calculated, and humane. We are not here to conquer, but to save and survive." The first human fleets moved silently through hidden routes. Asteroid belts, uncharted paths, and wormholes carried them beyond the solar system. Alien patrols detected nothing. Planets that had long suffered from wars now saw human ships appear without warning. Fleets moved in coordination, securing resources, providing aid, and showing that humans had mastered both stealth and strategy. On a distant planet, an alien commander watched as a human fleet emerged from the darkness. He blinked in shock. This is impossible," he said. "We thought Earth was destroyed, exiled, trapped. But they are here, and they are powerful." Emma Wilson led a squadron to assist a planet under siege by rival alien forces. The human ships intervened with precision, disabling weapons without unnecessary damage. Civilians were evacuated, and peace was restored faster than anyone expected. The galaxy began to whisper. Humans were no longer weak, reckless, or small. They were precise, clever, and disciplined. Ryan Cole piloted a ship through enemy territory, disabling patrols with careful strategy rather than brute force. His crew followed every command, moving in silence and protecting lives. The Council had never seen such efficiency, such control. Every human ship was a weapon of survival, not destruction. Alex oversaw multiple operations simultaneously. Ships moved between colonies, fleets coordinated secretly, and humans acted as protectors rather than conquerors. Every decision was careful, every action calculated. The galaxy began to tremble, realizing that humans were no longer the exiled, weak species they had once dismissed. "We are stronger than they imagined," Lisa said, watching reports from distant systems. "They think exile made us weak. It only made us clever, patient, and unstoppable when we choose to act." Kevin Brooks smiled as he observed new energy shields being deployed across the fleet. "Every ship is hidden, every fleet coordinated. We are almost untouchable." "The galaxy is learning that humans are not to be underestimated," Nina Parker added. "Decades of patience, learning, and preparation have brought us here. Every move we make is precise. They will never see it coming until it is too late." As the fleets continued their operations, news reached the Council. Reports flooded in from scouts, commanders, and diplomats. Humans were no longer trapped. Humans were no longer weak. Humans were intervening in wars, protecting planets, and restoring peace across systems. An emergency council meeting was called. Alien leaders argued and blamed each other for underestimating humans. Some feared an attack. Others wanted to negotiate. The truth was clear. Humans had grown into a hidden empire, strong, patient, and unseen for decades. Now they had arrived. Alex Carter addressed the fleet from the bridge of the flagship. "We act not for revenge," he said. "We act to protect life, restore balance, and show that humanity cannot be ignored. The Council and the galaxy will learn a lesson they did not expect. We are here, and we will act wisely, with patience, strategy, and strength." Emma Wilson coordinated a mission to stabilize a planet under threat from multiple alien forces. Ryan Cole piloted his squadron with precision. Ships moved in synchronization, shielding civilians and disabling weapons without unnecessary destruction. Every human action demonstrated control, intelligence, and compassion. Jason Hill and Nina Parker monitored the fleet, ensuring that energy reserves, shields, and weapons systems were operating flawlessly. Every calculation, every simulation, every test from decades past was now being executed in reality. The hidden empire was no longer hidden. It had emerged, but with restraint, wisdom, and purpose. Kevin Brooks observed reports from distant colonies. Communications were clear, secure, and coordinated. Every colony, every ship, and every leader acted as part of a single, unified network. The Council and alien nations could no longer ignore the humans. Decades of preparation had created a force that combined patience, intelligence, and power. Alex stood on the bridge, watching reports flood in. Planets were being saved, conflicts were being controlled, and humans moved in precision. The galaxy began to tremble, realizing that exile had not destroyed humans. It had forged them into a disciplined, patient, and clever force. "They underestimated us for decades," Lisa said. "Now they will see the consequences of that mistake." Emma Wilson returned from a mission, reporting success. "We have stabilized the planet. Civilians are safe. Enemy forces have been neutralized without major casualties. Humans are making a difference, and they do not even know we exist yet." Ryan Cole smiled. "We are showing them that humans are not reckless, weak, or easy to dismiss. We are patient, precise, and prepared." As human fleets continued operations across multiple star systems, the Council and alien nations struggled to respond. They sent fleets, scouts, and diplomats, but humans were always one step ahead. They moved in secret routes, used cloaking technology, and acted with strategy that no alien race could anticipate. Alex gathered leaders for a council on the flagship. "We act to protect, to save lives, and to show that humanity cannot be ignored," he said. "We are not here to conquer, but to demonstrate that exile did not make us weak. It made us clever, disciplined, and strong." Lisa Morgan added, "Every ship, every colony, every human is part of this mission. Patience and preparation are our greatest weapons. The galaxy will see the results of decades of hidden work." As fleets moved through systems, reports of human interventions spread quickly. Aliens whispered about the exiled species that had returned stronger than ever. They spoke of humans who did not seek war but acted with intelligence and strategy. Fear and respect began to grow in equal measure. Kevin Brooks and Nina Parker monitored the energy shields and fleet formations. "Every action we take is precise," Kevin said. "We are invisible until we choose to appear. The galaxy will never expect the full strength we have built." Nina nodded. "We have learned patience, secrecy, and coordination. Now humans act and the galaxy trembles." Alex and Lisa watched as fleets moved across multiple star systems, stabilizing conflicts and saving billions of lives. Every mission showed that humans were no longer the exiled species the Council had dismissed. They were a hidden empire, patient, clever, and powerful beyond expectation. "This is only the beginning," Alex said quietly. "We have shown them a glimpse of what humanity can do. Soon, the galaxy will realize that exile did not destroy us. It built us into something they never imagined." Lisa smiled. "And when they finally understand, they will know that humans are not to be underestimated, ignored, or controlled. We have waited, we have prepared, and now we act." The hidden empire of humanity had emerged. Fleets moved in secret, colonies thrived, and the galaxy began to tremble. Humans had used exile, patience, and preparation to build a force that no alien race could ignore. And as Alex watched the stars, he knew that humanity's greatest chapter was only just beginning. The galaxy was in shock. For decades, humans had been dismissed as weak and powerless. The Council had exiled them, alien nations had ignored them, and everyone assumed Earth would collapse. Yet now, humans had emerged quietly, unseen, and stronger than anyone could imagine. Fleets moved in perfect coordination, colonies thrived across distant systems, and humans acted with strategy, precision, and restraint. Alex Carter stood on the bridge of the flagship, looking at reports from all across the galaxy. Lisa Morgan was beside him, calm but proud. Every fleet, every colony, every human was playing a role in a network built over decades of secrecy. The hidden empire was no longer hidden. It had revealed itself, not with destruction, but with order and intelligence. Emma Wilson returned from a mission in a distant system. Her squadron had secured a planet under siege, evacuating civilians and disabling weapons without unnecessary loss. Ryan Cole, her lead pilot, was exhausted but smiling. Humans were proving that they could act with patience and precision rather than recklessness. "The galaxy is watching now," Emma said. "They are seeing what humans have become, and they are afraid." Jason Hill and Nina Parker monitored the energy shields of the fleet. Ships moved silently through space, appearing only when necessary. Enemy patrols detected nothing until humans chose to reveal themselves, and by then the humans had already secured peace. "They believed we were trapped," Jason said. "They thought exile had broken us. Now they see the truth." Humans cannot be ignored, controlled, or defeated easily. Kevin Brooks smiled as he watched reports of humans stabilizing conflicts across multiple systems. Decades of patience, preparation, and learning had created this moment. Humanity was no longer small, reckless, or weak. It was clever, disciplined, and strong. Alex called a council of human leaders. Representatives from every hidden colony joined, connected by secure communication networks. Together, they planned the next phase of the Hidden Empire, to stabilize the galaxy, secure peace, and demonstrate humanity's place among the stars. "We do not seek revenge," Alex said. "We act to protect life, restore order, and show that humans are a force to be respected. The Council and the galaxy have underestimated us for too long. Now they will understand that exile did not destroy humanity, it made us stronger." Lisa Morgan added, "Our fleets, our colonies, and our people have grown in secrecy. We move with strategy, wisdom, and patience. We will act as protectors, not conquerors, and the galaxy will finally see what humans can achieve." Human fleets moved strategically across the galaxy. They appeared in war-torn systems, providing aid, protecting civilians, and coordinating peace between rival alien factions. No action was reckless. No human life was wasted. Every mission demonstrated control, intelligence, and compassion. Ryan Cole piloted a squadron to secure a planet under threat from multiple alien forces. Ships moved in perfect synchronization, using cloaking technology and precise maneuvers. Civilians were evacuated safely, and enemy forces were neutralized with minimal destruction. Alien observers could only watch in shock, unable to understand the discipline, planning, and skill of humans. Emma Wilson coordinated another mission in a distant system. Reports came in from every fleet. Humans were moving strategically, saving billions of lives and securing peace without seeking glory or conquest. The galaxy began to whisper about the exiled species that had returned stronger than ever. Fear, respect, and curiosity spread among alien nations. Alex stood on the bridge, observing the reports. Decades of preparation, patience, and learning had created this moment. Humans had built a hidden empire, capable of moving across the galaxy, protecting life, and acting with intelligence and strategy. The Council, alien nations, and everyone who had dismissed humanity now faced a reality they could not ignore. "They underestimated us," Lisa said quietly, "but now they see the results of their mistake. Humans are patient, clever, and strong." Kevin Brooks monitored the energy shields and fleet positions. Every ship, every fleet, every colony was coordinated. Humans acted as a single, unified force, yet each element retained flexibility and intelligence. The hidden empire had become real, visible, and unstoppable in its purpose. Nina Parker smiled. "Exile was never our weakness, it was our strength. We learned patience, secrecy, and precision. Now we act and the galaxy trembles." Human fleets continued to expand their influence, not through conquest but through protection, aid, and strategy. Alien nations scrambled to respond, sending fleets, scouts, and diplomats. Yet humans always acted one step ahead, moving through hidden routes, using cloaking technology, and applying decades of preparation. Alex convened a meeting with all human leaders. Colonies from distant systems, fleets from secret stations, and intelligence teams from hidden worlds joined via secure channels. The hidden empire was complete in its unity and coordination. "We are not here to conquer," Alex said. "We are here to protect, to restore order, and to show the galaxy that humans cannot be dismissed. Our exile has prepared us for this moment. We have grown stronger, smarter, and ready to act with wisdom and precision." Lisa added, "The galaxy will now see humans as they should have all along, a patient, disciplined, and clever people. We will act with purpose, strategy, and care. The hidden empire is no longer hidden. It is real and it is ready." The Council finally realized the magnitude of what had happened. Humans had returned, not in anger, but in strength. Fleets moved across systems, colonies thrived, and humans acted with intelligence and restraint. The exiled species had become a force to be respected. Emma Wilson and Ryan Cole led a mission to stabilize a war-torn system. Humans coordinated multiple fleets, evacuated civilians, and neutralized threats without unnecessary destruction. Reports flooded the Council. Humans had acted with precision, protecting life and showing discipline unmatched by any alien race. "They are nothing like we expected," one Council member said. We thought exile had destroyed them. Instead, they have become a hidden empire beyond imagination. Jason Hill and Nina Parker monitored fleet movements. Ships moved faster, smarter, and more efficiently than any alien fleet. Every maneuver, every calculation, every mission demonstrated decades of preparation and intelligence. Humans had turned exile into power, patience into strategy, and silence into strength. Kevin Brooks smiled. The galaxy finally sees the results of our work. Every ship, every colony, every human contributed to this empire. Exile made us stronger, not weaker. Alex and Lisa observed young leaders like Ryan Cole rise to positions of command. Every new generation had trained in secrecy, learned strategy, and mastered the skills necessary to maintain the hidden empire. They were ready to inherit responsibility, leadership, and the vision of humanity's place in the galaxy. "This is only the beginning," Alex said softly. "We have shown the galaxy a glimpse of our strength. Now humans must continue to act with patience, intelligence, and care. Our empire is here, but it must remain disciplined, wise, and united." Lisa nodded. "The galaxy has learned a lesson. Humans are not reckless, weak, or powerless. We are clever, disciplined, and strong. Our hidden empire is now revealed, and no one can ignore us." As human fleets continued their operations, reports spread across alien nations. Humans had stabilized conflicts, saved billions of lives, and acted with intelligence and restraint. Fear, respect, and admiration grew. The exiled species that no one had taken seriously was now a dominant, disciplined, and clever force. Alex stood on the bridge, looking at the stars. Decades of exile, patience, and preparation had led to this moment. Humanity had built a hidden empire, moved beyond the solar system, and shown the galaxy that they could not be ignored. The Council, alien nations, and every world that had underestimated humans now faced the reality. Earth had created a hidden empire no one saw coming. "We are patient, we are clever, we are strong," Alex said quietly. "And now the galaxy knows it." Lisa smiled. "Exile gave us freedom, silence gave us power, and patience gave us strength. Humans will never be dismissed again." The fleets continued to move, colonies continued to grow, and humans acted with wisdom, precision, and care. The hidden empire had become real, visible, and respected. The galaxy had learned that exile did not destroy humanity. It forged a force that could not be ignored. And as Alex watched the stars, he knew that the greatest chapter of humanity had only just begun. Humans had survived, adapted, and grown stronger than anyone could have imagined. The hidden empire was no longer a secret. It was a reality, and the galaxy would never forget the lesson of Earth. The story of exile had ended, but the story of humanity's hidden empire was only beginning. And now, the galaxy watched, not with pity or dismissal, but with respect, fear, and admiration for the species that had quietly built a future no one saw coming.